My name is Kally Wilson and I'm 28 years old and I'm a dump truck driver from Elmer, Ontario. Elmer is a good little town. I like it here. I don't know if I'll ever leave. We spent most of our lives like riding around with my grandpa or like the employees in the dump trucks or plowing snow or in the backhoe. Like it was just a way of life.
It was great. We used to spend most of our time out at the shop on the weekends. The kids would drive the four-wheelers around out there. People would come out and visit all the time. We'd make mountains out of the gravel and stuff out there for them to drive up and down. And basically, I know everybody in this town. Everybody knows us, and it's just a great place to be.
I knew that I wanted to stay working with my dad and the family and staying involved. My dog is 10 years old, and she's my best friend for sure. My life kind of revolves around her. She'll sit until I pull the brakes on the truck. As soon as she hears the brakes on the truck, she runs to the fence. But she knows when the truck comes in, so my mom has to let her out every night so she can meet me at the fence. I would say if younger girls wanted to get into it, to not be intimidated by anyone. Like just do your own thing and like make sure that you're not gonna let anybody affect like how you think or like what you do. Just be yourself. And you kind of have to be independent and like willing to kind of make your own decisions and not worry about what everyone else is saying or doing. I think some people were surprised because there wasn't a lot of girls driving back then. Like my dad would have to say, if you want the truck, she's driving it, this is how it is. If not, there's not gonna be a truck. So, but everybody got used to it after that.
Majority of the time, she's always looks after her own thing. I help her out with all the maintenance and stuff on the truck and that, but other than that, she does her own thing. She phones people, she does everything.
Well, I was mostly working for my dad, so I learned quick what to do and what not to do. There's stuff drilled into my head that I just know, so now it helps me out when I go to job sites. He's definitely my best friend for sure. But yeah, he's really smart, and like I look up to him because I know usually everything that he says, even if I have a different opinion, in the end, his is always the right one to go with. So I've learned, like usually I think, what would my dad do when I'm in a situation? So like we've always worked together. Like in our spare time, we build a pickup. I have an 87 Chev that we've lifted and redone, and we ride Harleys. If we're not working together, we're usually like working in the shop, like on trucks or bikes or whatever, so. I knew I was gonna be around it for a long time. I wasn't sure like exactly what I wanted to do, and I knew if I got my license and was around the trucks, I could do different things, like have different bins or flats and move machines. There was an 05 and an 06 Mac. One was just a triaxle and one was a hook lift, so I would switch between those depending on the job. My second one, I thought about it for a long time. I had everything written down, so I knew exactly what I was doing, exactly what I was changing. My dad was always researching the twin steers, and like I always seen them around on stone slingers and stuff. And once we started talking about them more, I was like, yeah, like this is what I want. That's, like I just knew. It was a beast. They looked big. They were more practical, so that's what I went for. I love it. Like it was so different too because I didn't have to worry about the lift axle anymore. And it was an automatic, so I'm basically just driving. Like there wasn't much to worry about. It was different to get used to because it was a lot longer truck. And like the steering was a little different. It just took some getting used to. I've done a lot of different things, like building roads and subdivisions, or even still digging basements, like what we grew up doing. And then I've done milling. A couple years, I've just been on water main jobs from April to Christmas. And then other years, I've been on different jobs, like just month to month. I think driving the truck makes me really happy. When I drive my new one, I'm just smiling ear to ear like all day because I think it looks so sweet. Like I'm so happy with it that I finally built something that I like really love. It's so different now. There's so many girls out and about. Dump truck drivers, some like haul grain, some have dump trailers, trucking pups. Like there's girls hauling fuel, like tankers, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's cool to see a bunch of other girls out there now. I'm like happy all week because I get to drive the dump truck at work, and then on the weekends, I get to come home to the bike, so yeah, I like driving. That's all I really do, I guess, if I think about it.